Hello everyone and welcome to another F1 My Team episode. Today we're here for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix, the returning Azerbaijan race in Baku, and the first time in quite a while it's been on the calendar. Now today we're here for the qualifying episode as always. If you haven't seen the previous one, the race of Monaco, link up in the top right. By the way, a massive thank you for the response on that video. You guys absolutely smashed it and it's good to see you guys are still enjoying it. So yeah, a massive thank you. Now, I want to mention in the intro really quickly, I have been seeing the comments. I'm well aware you guys don't enjoy the format that much. I want to do a few more episodes like this and then I'll make a decision. Either way, it's not permanent. It's not going to be forever. Worst case scenario this season and that's it. You know, it wasn't going to be the plan long term. It's just for now, in the short term, you know, content. I'm struggling for ideas, to be honest, and I'm also trying to make some other things work and try different things in the YouTube algorithm. With that said, yeah, bear with me for a couple more episodes and we'll see what happens. Either way, if you're going to enjoy this one, leave a like and subscribe. It really helps me out, especially if you're new to the channel. But yeah, waffle aside, let's get into the episode. Now, first of all, we have a sponsorship renewal with one of our sponsors, which is on the front wing. We'll go ahead and do that. We're also going to go ahead and do our activities, which we're going to just make sure we try to get as many R&D points as possible, really, in this kind of scenario. Elsewhere, we're going to move ahead in the time sim and skip ahead to the next race in Baku. Of course, if you guys didn't see the last race, spoiler warning, but Monaco, round 4, a very good race for us. Finally getting a race win there after losing out last season with the fuel issue. And yeah, overall, we're going into this race with good momentum. 2 race wins this season already in 4 races, and things are looking good. Now, the weather forecast looks to be dry, but possibly some rain in the race. I'm not quite sure what to expect. I don't think 24% is enough for rain. Either way, we'll see what happens. With that said, we jump into qualifying. Now, one thing I want to mention, Baku is a track that I don't really enjoy, so that could be a challenge. We'll see how it goes. For now though, we're going to jump into the setup, and as always, we're going to run the modifications. Now, as always, I've got a league racing setup that I've got saved. I'm just going to basically modify it for these cars, which are very fast and very oversteery. So we go down a little bit on the front wing for stability. We run our usual 4.8 on the ride height just to make sure we get no underfloor damage. And then, of course, our standard 80% brake pressure to avoid lockups. And also the tyre pressure is down by about 5 clicks. The one key change around here that I run with the setup and with these cars is 51% brake bias. Something different, but I feel like I can manage the car control a bit better with 51% brake bias around here. So yeah, with that said, we joined the action, and you guys may have seen the community post that I put up yesterday. I've had a few issues with my PC over the last couple of days. I seem to have resolved it, but I don't want to speak too soon. For now though, this recording, everything went smoothly. Now you join me, you can see here in Q1 as we're ending a lap. Now, we've already done 1 lap on the board. We've done a 35.3, which wasn't that spectacular. I'm now on a second push lap after going for a cool down lap, and you can see here we're up by quite a bit, and to be fair, we found quite a bit of time in that second sector, especially the castle section, which is where I didn't really commit enough on my first lap. And you can see now we're purple going through the second sector split, making our way now through sector 3 and the kind of final part of the lap here as we get ready to open the DRS. We're going to improve by 7.5 tenths, which is a pretty big improvement, to be fair. Running up to the line, DRS wide open, and we're going to set a 34.59 and go provisional P1, and that is how it would end in Q1 for us after everyone went on to improve their laps. We didn't go out again, everything looked good, car feels good, setup is on point, and we're looking pretty quick. So Q2, we're going to go out, and the objective now, seeing that we have good pace around here, is to try and get through on 1 set of tyres only. So this was my first lap in Q2, my best lap. So let's see if it's going to be enough to get us into Q3. So through turn 1, bit of oversteer midway on the exit, but we managed to keep it under control. Turn 2, nice and wide and braking early to square off and really get a good exit out of there as we go down towards turn 3. Spot the 100-meter board on the right as your reference, down to 3rd gear, avoid the inside curb, short shift to 4th to clean up traction, and then bring your car over to the left. Turn 4, didn't quite catch the apex there, ran it a little bit wide in 3rd gear. Now though, sector 2 starts with the left-right chicane, 3rd gear, and then 4th on the short shift on the exit through there. Didn't quite get the exit as nice as I would have liked. right hand hairpin, third gear, used lots of inside curve, more than I did there, which wasn't that much. Castle section, fourth gear, aggressive on the first apex on the left to really open up and make it as wide as possible. Crucial phase here to get a good exit, so we short shift to fifth to get a nice drive out the corner. Flat out now as we prepare the next brake zone, bring the car over to the left to straighten up the braking area. Fourth gear, just clip the apex and don't hit the wall. Sector 3, only one key brake zone, this one right here. Fourth gear, focus entirely on your exit to really maximize the straight line speed in the speed trap along the pit straight. Carry as least amount possible of wheel lock through the chicane to minimize drag, and then yeah, pretty much you're flat out all the way to the line and hoping you've done enough, as we're gonna set a 1 minute 34.6 and we go P2 behind Max Verstappen. So a bit slower than Q1, but good enough for P2 and good enough to get into Q3. So decent pace. Gasly also in P4. Lando finishes P1 at the end of Q2 with a mid-5. And yeah, overall, things are looking pretty decent. And to be fair, the grid's looking pretty close. But it seems like we do have some decent pace here. So happy to see that. And both cars into Q3 along with the other Red Bulls as well. So yeah, we're going to jump into Q3 now. And this was my first push lap. And of course, because we got through Q2 on one set of tyres, it now gives us the option of having 2 laps in Q3 on soft tyres. You can see on the in the bottom left there, just a moment ago, we were purple in the second sector. So let's see as we open the DRS right about now. We're going to see if we can set a decent banker lap here in Q3 up to the line, and it's going to be a 34.1, and that is a big statement, a massive lap. I was really happy with that one at the time, but we have one more set of tyres left, so we're going to try and improve and see if we can do any better. So let's try it. We've got not much to lose. We're pretty comfortable right now. We've got about 4 tenths in our pocket over Verstappen in P2. So turn 1, fourth gear, little touch of the apex, crucial to get a nice clean exit. Turn number 2, straight line braking, third gear, short shift to fourth and try to clean up the traction, and already we're a 10th up out of turn 2. Down to turn 3, again spot the 100, like I mentioned, straight line brake and avoid the inside curb. Third gear with a short shift to fourth straight away to clean up traction. Turn 4, I just run it in a bit wide there and outbrake myself, and we lose a bit of time, which is a bit of a shame. Little shake of the head. Sector 2 though, we get really close this time through that wall on the left, and we avoid the curb on the left on exit, so we find a load of time through that chicane. Hard braking into the right hand hairpin, keeping it nice and tight through there as we brush the wall on the left. Castle section, fourth gear, trying to carry as much speed as possible, keeping it in fourth all the way through the sequence, and then shifting to fifth on the exit. And look at this, we're already 3 tenths up as we make our way along this kind of back straight. Again, to bring the car to the left, straight line the braking, fourth gear, avoid taking too much inside curb, and then brush the wall on the exit. And now the final corner, technically, fourth gear, try to make sure your traction's really clean, and there we go, purple sector 1, purple sector 2, and we are up by 3.5 tenths as we are going to extend our lead. And we're already on provisional pole because everyone else has set their laps. You can see I'm celebrating already because nobody has improved, and we're going to extend our lead and jump into the 133s, securing pole position at Baku.
Excellent lap, we're really pleased.
Now then, after qualifying, you can see the gap was massive, half a second to Max Verstappen, to the point where, again, I will mention, because I don't race Baku that often, I don't like the track and I haven't done it in a few seasons, I got the difficulty wrong in this case. So I did qualifying on 97 AI. Now most races I usually run 96 or 98, so for this one I thought I'll go in the middle. Turns out I could have probably gone as high as 100 for this one. So for the race, normally what I do is I change the difficulty +4 from qualifying to race. So if I qualify on 98, I race on 102. If I qualify on 96, I race on 100. In the case of Monaco, I qualified on 100, so I moved up to 104 for the race. So for Baku, we qualified on 97, so I'm going to move it up to 104. So we're going to go +7 for the race, which should make it a bit more in line with our pace. So the race should be more competitive. So there's a lot for qualifying. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, leave a like, subscribe for more. The race will be tomorrow, and that half a second will be cut down quite a lot. So Leave a like if you enjoyed it, subscribe for more. As always, a massive thank you to the members for supporting the content. Finally, check out the 2 videos on screen if you haven't seen them already, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Until then, take care, and just come back from me.